Hello, hello, and welcome everyone. Welcome to today's Zoom meeting, Turning Your Writing into Cash. I am your featured presenter, Ronette Turner Corley, and I'm excited today to share with you this information. Why? Because it's changing lives all over the United States and Canada. And so, if you have been invited here, I want to welcome you to this Zoom, and all of the members that are out here, I want to welcome you as well. So we are streaming live on Zoom. We are also streaming on Facebook Live as well as YouTube. So sit back, relax, make sure you have a pen and pad. I should be able to get through everything and answer all of your questions, but just in case you have some additional questions, make sure you have a pen and pad so you can get back to the person who invited you so you too can start making money from home by pad and pen. So we do these meetings every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern. And let's go ahead and get into the information. So if you're familiar with this gentleman, then let me tell you, you know a legend that has absolutely transcended the personal development space. Zig Ziglar has gone on from this life and he has expired and transitioned to the afterlife. However, he left a huge legacy. And one of the things he's famous for saying is you can have everything in life that you want if you will just help enough people get what they want. And my husband and I truly have embodied and lived by this philosophy. Why? Because it is a wealth principle. We've heard it said in other ways, what goes around comes around, and things like that, right? And that's exactly what it is. It's reciprocity, doing well, putting goodwill out there. And when you do well for others, guess what? It comes right back around like a boomerang to you. So if you can help enough people get what they want, you'll get what they want. So what do people want? More money, more time freedom. And we have just tapped into a system that allows people to do just that. We have never been able to say this a program that we have aligned ourselves with can help everybody win. And let me tell you here what I do know. If you can write, you can win here. And I mean absolutely everybody. Now, listen to this. What if you can write your way to income? What if you put pen to pad and the power was actually in that pen? I mean, you can write your way to bring more cash flow into your household. That's what I'm going to be talking about tonight, ladies and gentlemen. How many of you would like to find out how to be able to do that? It's so powerful. And what I love about it, it's not new. Tonight, it may be new to you, but it's not new. It's been around for decades. But tonight, we're going to spill the beans and share with you exactly how it works. Now, welcome to Send It Academy. Send It Academy is a platform that actually teaches this concept of knowing how to write letters to billion-dollar corporations and be able to profit from home and bring more cash into your home. As a matter of fact, let's talk to Lisa or hear from Lisa Krimmel. Lisa Krimmel is the creator of what we call Pay Per Letter program. She's also the co-founder of Send It Academy. She's a wife, mother of 4 boys, and a successful entrepreneur. Okay, she resides in my backyard here of Northern California, and she discovered this method about 3 years ago. When she discovered this method, she said, listen, in 2023, she decided to step her game up and take it serious, right? She said, listen, what if I can write for 4 hours a day, 5 days a week for a full year and I commit to that goal? Not only did she commit, now let me stop there and say this. If you are married, if you're busy, if you have jobs, you have kids, you know, no one can just sit there and write for 4 hours straight, right? So she didn't do that. She did it around her lifestyle, right? In between being a mother, an entrepreneur, and a wife, and just in between her day, but it averaged a total amount of 4 hours per day. When she did that for one full year, she was able to earn a little bit over 78,000 additional dollars, right? So I want you to understand, no one's telling you to quit your job. No one's telling you to stop doing your business. We're going to show you a roadmap on how you can make additional monies that flows into your home all by your lonesome. You don't have to share. You don't have to build a team if you don't choose to. But let me tell you this. It's phenomenal. And if you can write, you can win. As a matter of fact, I believe Lisa can tell her story much better than I can. Let's hear from Lisa.
Hi, my name is Lisa Krimmel, and I am the co-founder here at Send It Academy. And I wanted to tell you why this is the program you've been looking for. I want to give you a little background about me. For 25 years, I've been in the mortgage industry. In 2005, after having my third son, I decided I needed an additional stream of income. So I became an internet marketer. I had tremendous success between 2005 and 2013. But in 2013, I did decide to step away. And biggest reason why I decided that is because I was tired of putting people into programs where there just wasn't duplication. I didn't want people to fail. I truly wanted people to be successful when I put them into programs. So I did move on. I became a drop shipper and FBA seller over at Amazon. I did $15 million in sales between 2013 and January of 2022 when Amazon impolitely asked me to leave because they no longer wanted to compete with us. So in February of 2022, I went back into the mortgage industry, saw there was a huge need for credit repair courtesy of COVID, and so I started my own credit repair company. In April of that same year, my cousin came to me because she knew that my Amazon business had gone kaput and asked me if I had ever thought about, an additional stream of income. And I said, yeah, I'm always interested in something. So she showed me how to write letters to casinos for $5, and I jumped in with both feet. That first year from May, I started actually in May of 2022. I started writing, started with 50, then 100, then 200, built myself up to 300. But more importantly, that first year, what I did was I worked on converting that out. I'm not a huge gambler. In fact, most of the time when I go into a casino, I take a $100 bill and my objective is to leave with the same $100 bill. And so I really did perfect what I like to call the art of conversion that first year. And so in 2023, I decided I was going to go all in. And I made a commitment to myself to go ahead and write 300 letters every single week for the entire year of 2023, which I did successfully do. And I made just a little bit over $78,000 writing letters in my spare time while I did my other business, which was credit repair. In November of 2023, I was at a wedding where my sister, who is also a writer, her daughter wanted to be able to move out. And I said, well, let's get her writing letters, which made me come up with the idea of paid per letter. So I got together with my sister. She created the videos. I did all the verbiage. We put the program together as to make it as simple as possible so that everybody could win. And that's what I love about this program is if you can write, you can make money here. You don't have to go out and recruit. You don't have to go out and sponsor. You just have to write. So in December, I built out the program, called up a friend of mine because he had some amazing software that I was interested in, and I showed him what I had, and he was like, I want in. And I was like, okay, let's do this thing. With his marketing ability and this program, we could take this far and we could really help a lot of people. So that's how Paid Per Letter and Send It Academy was born. And I just want to let you guys know that this works for anybody, no matter whether you're 18 or 80. And the reason I know this is my fourth son turned 18 in February. And the day after he turned 18, he got verified at one of the casinos, immediately started writing. Well, a couple weeks ago, he got his first drop, $700. He came to me, Mom, how do I get it out? I said, you got to convert it out. Let me show you. And so I showed him my method, and he was able to convert that $700 into $683. That's more than he would have been paid in 4 weeks for, minimum wage, working, the 15, 20 hours that they would give a kid his age. So am I happy? Absolutely. Should you be happy? Absolutely. This program can change your life. All you have to know how to do is write. Can you write?
Now, my husband and I got a chance to hear that story over a Zoom with the other co-founder on December 8th of last year. And let me tell you, I hope you're just excited as we were, because we got excited. And the thing we got excited about is that we finally had something that was so duplicatable that everyone can win and do it, right? So our story resonated with us because we were tired of also being in programs where we were winning, right? But winning takes a lot of different things: sacrifice, skill set, sales skills, and a lot of things that's tech skills that some people don't necessarily have that particular skill set. But when you can follow instructions and sit down and write from anywhere and put that pen to paper and you can earn writing letters, it's a great day and everyone can win. So that's why we got excited.
Hi.
Now, you'll find here that Send It Academy is a Nevada-based company. They launched January of 2024. And what they do is teach you how to write letters to billion-dollar corporations, which are gaming websites and casinos. Now, the majority of these corporations, they will pay their users in online coins, also known as sweeps coins, as in sweepstakes. And what you will do is convert these coins into cash via online gaming. Let me stop there and say this. Send It Academy is not giving you instructions on how to gamble. That's not what this program is about whatsoever. It does include online gaming, but however, what you'll learn is this conversion process that Lisa came up with that works fail-proof. And she'll teach you, which she's teaching us and teaching through the system, how to retain most of those coins. I'm talking about 90% or better, and then cash them out directly in your bank account. So when I say there's a system here that's in place and that is fail-proof and foolproof, meaning all you do is follow the instructions and it works, you're staring it in the face with Send It Academy. Now, part of the process does include what gaming websites. So if it conflicts with your personal spiritual beliefs, that's fine. Stick around, hear more information. There's other things that may resonate with you. Also, you can share it with others if you choose. And guess what? When you share it with them and they choose to get involved, there's a way you can get compensated just by referring. Okay. So let's get into the information. This opportunity has been around for decades. That's what I love about it. Why? Because it's not something that all of a sudden, it just popped up out of nowhere. And you feel like you're taking a risk and you don't know if it's going to be around. Now, Send It Academy has been around for a year, but this letter writing method has been around for decades. There have been people who've joined Send It who said, hey, listen, my mother, my sister, my brother, or whoever has been doing this for years. Now, here's what I want you to know. Send It Academy has zero affiliation with these websites, with these casinos. They have no affiliation. They're not in cahoots with them whatsoever. The thing is, what they do is teach you the method of how to do it properly. You can go directly to those casinos and learn how to do it yourself. Why would you do that when you have a blueprint of how to do it right? Okay, and that's what you get at Send It Academy. Technology has made things easier. You don't have any floppy disks or CDs coming from the mail, talking to anyone on the phone. You can do everything right from the comforts of your home, and everything is digital. Okay. So these multi-billion-dollar enterprises, once again, are not going anywhere because they've been around forever. And the number of people sending letters does not affect your success. Why? Because thousands of people every single day across the United States and Canada are sending these letters in. Now, I want you to know this is 100% legal, and these corporations are government regulated. Okay, so it's a highly regulated industry because it's just like any other casino, right? These are just online. Now, how are we able to do that and get compensated? Here's what it is. There's something called AMOE, Alternative Method of Entry. And by law, these casinos, these online gaming sites, they have to offer a way for you to participate in their site and get access to their site without your money, okay? So they offer us a way to get invited into their site and participate without giving up any money. And that is by law, they have to offer that. It's no difference than going in a regular casino and you see all kind of comps, right? They comp you for dinner. We've seen people get comp for rooms, right? And people get, coins or things like that, right? So that's the same thing. It happens here and they have to do it to keep the doors open. So that's what I love about it, because now it's not going anywhere, right? And so once again, it's highly regulated and this is 100% legit. Now, what do? We earn money. Well, I should say we earn for writing letters, okay? And they pay us up to $5 per handwritten letter, but it's in the form of what we call a sweepstakes coin. But that sweepstakes coin is valued at 5 USD. Okay. Now, when I say letter, folks, I don't mean letter like an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Can you get used to this 4x6 index card? That's what I'm talking about. 4x6 index card. And don't let it fool you. How many of these can you write in an hour, in 2 hours, around your day? See, what I want you to know, can you write 2 sentences and your address and some upper information in the upper, upper left-hand corner? That's all it is, a code, and you send it in, right? So imagine that, and you can send as many as you like. Today, I went to the post office and I mailed off 625 of these that my husband and I collectively did together in 1 week. You calculate that times 5. If you've done the math right, yes, that's 3,125 for turning our TV time. And while we're watching them make money, we're writing letters and making money at the same time. That's how this works. And it's incredible. Now, can you write? Now, what I love about Send It is that they teach you everything. Once again, you don't have to go through Send It. You can go directly to these gaming sites and you can read the terms and conditions and the sweepstakes rules, and it'll tell you exactly what to do. But let me caution you, it's going to be a process. Why? Because you're new to it. So you're going to have to find out who to write to, what to say, and they tell you that. But you're also going to have to make sure that everything you do is above board and on the letter, right? Because every T has to be crossed, every I has to be dotted. And so what I love about Send It is that they make sure everything is correct. Why? Because these companies are audited. So they make sure that everything is done right. And if it's something is off, your letters could possibly be declined. And so now you did everything for naught. But what you see that was Send It is all you do. They'll teach you exactly what to write word for word, who to write to, and then they'll check your work. I can't tell you the amount of times people have sent in their work and the comma was in the wrong place. Imagine them sending that out and that would have been wrong and their letters would have got tossed. So now you can send it with assurance, knowing that you will get paid because you're doing it the right way. Okay. Now, these letters must be handwritten by you. They can't be handwritten by Fiverr, by Craigslist, someone on Craigslist. You can't hire your kids. Why? Once again, these companies get audited. Why? Because this is big business. It may not seem like it, but you know what? We send in the letters, we get the benefit of getting the coin. You know what they get? Huge tax deductions, right? So everything has to be done right. So don't even try to escape the system. Handwrite the letter, send it in. And it does not take long to write out a 4x6 index card. Follow the rules so you can keep your account, because they do check from time to time and you do not want your account shut off. Earn credits into your gaming account 8 to 12 weeks. And in the United States, and on average in Canada, it's about 12 to 15 weeks. So what are you saying, Ronette? You're saying when I send in this index card, this is a credit, meaning a coin of worth valued at $5. Yes. And that credit will go into your gaming account 8 to 12 weeks. You just keep writing. It's coming, but you have to build a pipeline. You have to prime the pump. And you know what? You can't get around it. We've all been through it. We started writing December, latter part of December, and we have got what we call our first drop already. My drop came in 9 weeks and 1 day. And you know how fast the time went? I want you to think about right now. It's 2025. We're almost at the end of the first quarter, pretty much at the end of the first quarter. It zipped by, right? That's what this time will do too. You just keep writing, because here's what I want you to know. Once that faucet turns on and you keep writing, after you get that first drop of coins, guess what's following? Other coins, other letters, and you're going to get drop after drop after drop. Now you'll see it on a consistent basis, provided you're writing consistently. That's how this works. Okay. Why does it take a little while to jumpstart? Is because, let me tell you the timeline. You're going to fill out this card exactly what they tell you to do, and you're going to put it in the envelope and you're going to send it in. It's going to go through the travel system of the post office and it's going to end up at a P.O. box. Once it ends up at a P.O. box, if you know anything about big corporations, they don't pick up the same every single day, right? Some pick up once a week, twice a month, sometimes once a month. So now they gather those letters and it's at the final destination. They have to scan every last one to make sure you did it correctly. Once that's complete, now you go in a line with thousands of other people so your batch can come up and they can credit your account. See how that works? There's a process. But once again, once you get through that first 8 to 12 weeks, now cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. Keep writing, ladies and gents. Believe me, thousands of testimonies in our Facebook group, and all people did was keep writing. Now, You can write from the comfort of your home or from anywhere. It takes anywhere from 4 to 6 minutes, depending on your writing speed, from start to stamping the envelope. Now, I'll tell you this, you will get faster over time. Why? Because you're writing the same thing. It doesn't change. Right now, I know exactly what to write. I do have a template that I can refer to, but I know exactly what to write, where the comma goes, where the period goes. Why? Because it's the same passage over and over and over again. I still can't believe they're paying us for this, but they do. Now, who is this for? It's for absolutely everybody. Imagine a stay-home parent. Now they can contribute to the household without really going out and trying to get a job or get other things going or be away from the family. How many of you, this is direct sales, it's not network marketing. How many of you have tried other things? Now, this is not to come down on that industry, but to be ultra successful, there's a sacrifice of time. It really is. Away from your family, going to meetings, getting on conference calls, going to events, and you have to show up because that's what the business model requires. How about now bringing thousands of dollars into the house, and all you do during a nap time or doing playtime, you're writing letters, and nothing changes in your family, but now you're just able to bring in additional income. That's what we're talking about today. It's a very unique way to bring in income. How about retirees? How about now retirees being able to write in the comforts of their home, watching Netflix, watching something on, Amazon, right? And being able to watch TV, and now they can write while doing that. I'd rather have my mom, my dad, my uncle, my aunt, who's a retiree, because a lot of retirees are returning back to work because they're realizing they need more cash. I'd rather them do that than being a greeter at Walmart. Nothing wrong with that. It's an honest job. But guess what? They're safer at home, and actually they can bring in more money sitting down than on their feet. Pretty cool. Students, I certainly wish when I was in college they had this. Why? Because I needed more income. Now, my parents financed my college years, but guess what? It would have been nice to bring in more income that, I just wrote and was able to have thousands of dollars come in between my class time. Anyone looking for income. And it doesn't have to be someone struggling. I have people who are full-time traders, and it just made sense to them. I said, wait a minute, I'm trading with my own money. You telling me I can write, let's say I was bringing in 4 to 5,000 additional dollars and I could put that to work? Absolutely. I have people who are buying crypto with this and expanding their portfolio. Think about it. Anybody who wants additional cash flow, this is for them. Now, you must be 21 years of age in most states. Some still do require, you can be 18, okay? And must reside in the United States or Canada, okay? Now, some states have decided to not participate. Has nothing to do with Syndicate, has everything to do with the company, with the regulations of that particular state. So if you're in Washington State, Idaho, Michigan, Montana, Nevada, Connecticut, or if you're in Canada, the province of Quebec, guess what? You can't do it. Okay. Now that list is subject to change, but that's what it is right now. But stick around. There may be other things that resonate with you. So, how many letters can you write? See, once again, we're talking about a 4x6 index card. That's it. And you're done. 10 letters a day, 5 days a week. We write every day. Why not? It's so easy to do. And once again, this is additional monies that you can put to work. Once again, so imagine being able to write 10 letters a day, 20 letters a day. Look at the income there, 60 letters a day. I just shared with you, just this week alone, we wrote enough for $3,125. And you know what? We felt like we didn't write enough. Why? We had some extra time in there. And it happens, so beautifully when you're doing it, you don't even think about it. And how we have a system that absolutely works. And I'll share it with you. What we do, we write about 5 letters an hour. And it goes by so quick. So what happens is that by the time you get to the last hour of the day, you've done it in between your day. You don't even feel like you wrote anything. Now you have 40 or 50 letters to send in just for that day. And my husband came up with that, ran the numbers, and we're like, oh my gosh, because our lifestyle doesn't permit us to sit down and write letters for 5, 6 hours straight. But guess what? We can ride around our lifestyle. It's so simple. And we've been able to find something that works for us. And it's going to create, it's on the track of creating an additional six figures coming into our household of cash flow. So we're pretty excited about that. Now, let me put that out there. That is not subject to everyone doing that. You know, it's because of the commitment and us being diligent and focused and following our system that does that. And there's no letter shaming here. If you say, well, that's too much for me, I just want to do 10 a week. Guess what? We're going to clap for you. You can. You can. Okay. So it's whatever you desire to do, it's available here. They have people doing $1,000 a month, 2,000 a month, 5,000 a month, 10,000 plus a month, all from the comforts of their home, from writing letters in their spare time. Now, these are real people with real results. The reason why they're so excited and they got the smiles on their faces, why? Because they know those letters mean something. And it's not just a hello, John. It's cash flow. Okay. So imagine these are some of the success stories that people put out there, just the redemptions they've been able to get. If you see here all the way on the left-hand side, you'll be able to see, I'm so happy. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. It's been such a blessing for my family. I can't wait to get more people on board with this. So you see the redemption of 508 and also $151. Okay, that's going into their bank account. In the middle, 465. And remember, I talked about the conversion process. So there's a conversion process that you go through, right? To get the money converted over into your account, the coins. So you'll see here on the right-hand side, it says drop of 226. So this person got a drop of 226, but yet converted it to $414.70. Yes. So it's 90% or better. And a lot of the times you'll see way better. Okay. Because that's pretty much doubling what they receive in coins. Now, these testimonies really, really made a difference for me and warms my heart. And there's thousands of them. Okay. There's thousands of them. And the reason why is because you're able to see the impact it made just by them being a part of this community. Your right left-hand side says trust the process, believe in the process. I lost my common law husband of 10 years, almost 2 years ago, to a massive heart attack. It's been a struggle to keep a house and family supported on one income. After weeks of skepticism, I took the leap. They sent in their first batch of letters October 17th of last year, and their first drop, meaning their first drop of coins, came 11 weeks and 5 days later. They started out with 309 in sweeps coins, and after the conversion, they converted it to 406 into their bank account. Can't wait to see where it takes me in 2025. Thank you, Cindy family, for giving me a chance to find my own way. They're from Canada. It's making a big difference. Now they have hope. You can hear the hope in the testimony, right? Now they feel hopeful. They'll be able to support their household with this opportunity. In the middle there, tonight I paid off a credit card, all because of this gig. I'm still in complete shock. 1 down, 2 to go. Pretty cool. Paying off $3,000 any kind of way, especially with writing letters, makes all the difference in the world, right? And on the right-hand side says, I'm in tears. Why? Because they cannot fathom the idea that they just sat down. These are people who, the majority of the community are not huge MLMers, big builders. This is, once again, this is not MLM, but I'm saying they're not big time recruiters. These are regular, everyday folks. We have people from 18 to 90 that are just writing a little bit every single day and bringing this cash flow into their house. And they understand that it's making a difference in their lives. Now, this is the product line here. There's a lot of different things on here. What I was just talking about is pay per letter. And then these are all digital courses. There's no physical products, which I absolutely love. You have trust formation. How would you like to learn how to live inside your trust? Why? The wealthy do it, but it's not just available for the wealthy anymore. Guess what? We can do the same thing. Those who are just, middle Americans or high income, whatever. You can learn to start to do what they do. If you do what they do, you get what they got, right? So now trust formation shows you how to protect your assets, as well as be able to get huge tax advantages. So you can learn how to do that. Bill savings, digital cards, credit repair coming soon. Lisa had a successful, and still does, credit repair company, earn multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars per year. Not only she's going to teach you how to do it yourself on your credit, but how about being able to impact others? That is a huge need out there, and now you can do that too. How about Amazon course? If you were here at the beginning, You heard Lisa's testimony. And for a 10-year period, she had an Amazon business that did $15 million in sales. $15 million in sales over a 10-year period, which created her hundreds of thousands of dollars in income per year. I don't know about you. Anyone who's done legally $15 million in anything, I want to know what they've done, right? And so that course is being taught, and guess what's happening? People are earning because they have the blueprint. Book publishing. Do you have a book in your head that's never been able to get published? People are now publishing books. Kids are publishing books. Why? Because of the book publishing course that teach you step by step how to do it, how to put it out there, and how to be successful. Intro to crypto coming soon, and travel deals. This is our hefty product line, and more coming soon. Let's get back to the pay per letter. Pay per letter is 9 lessons. It would take you 30 minutes. It took me an hour. Why? I watched it twice. I wanted to make sure that I had everything down so I can send my letters in successfully, because I wanted to make sure I got compensated for my work. Community support, template approval, and now you can start sending your letters in the correct way when you become a member. Now, drum roll. What's the member price? $224.99 one time. I don't know about you. This price could have been, for the value it brings, could have been a lot more. $224.99. Now that includes a $199.99 setup fee. Once again, that's one time. This is so packed with value that could have easily been an annual fee. No, that's one time. You know why? They're really, their desire is to help everybody win. And that's proof, just showing because of what they could have done and how it's priced, right for everyone to win. And that includes a first month of $25 subscription fee. There is a subscription, right? Now, there's no contracts. You can cancel at any time. But why would you cancel your $25 monthly subscription if you're writing? Let me share with you why. If you cancel your subscription, you no longer get community support. So that means any changes that happens on these gaming sites, any updates that happens on these gaming sites, you're out on your own to find out. Now, I don't know about you. Life is lifing. What do I mean by that? We all have stuff going on. Who have time to go on these websites and read the terms and conditions and stay up on them? Recently, we've had some of the sites change their address. Now, what if you wouldn't have known that? That means you would have sent letters to the wrong address. They all would have got declined. Guess what? You pay for back-end support with that $25. You pay for, they have a legal team. They have people that read the terms and conditions every single day just to make sure we're staying on track. All of that you get for the bargain price of $25 a month. And that's water in a bucket once you start writing letters, okay? So imagine that. That's pretty much it, guys, ladies and gents. That's it. It does not get any simpler than that. All we do, we purchase a course that teaches us a 20-year or 20-year plus system that's been around for that long. It's been around for multiple decades, right? And they teach us that system, how to do it correctly. And then once we do that, we build up a pipeline, then we start getting paid, get paid, and cash flow falls in, and we can do whatever we want to do with it. Now, if you don't want to share with anyone, this is for you. If you don't want to call up friends and family and make a list or get out your old memory jogger, this is for you. If you do not want to attend any conference calls, this is for you. If you're someone who says, I'm too busy, I don't have time to do all that, this is for you. Now, if you're the person who says, I cannot sit back and not be a blessing to other people, this is for you as well. And that's what happened with my husband and myself. Once you become a member, then you can start paying it forward. How do you pay it forward? You do have an ability to upgrade to an affiliate, to become an affiliate. Now, what does the upgrade include? It's completely optional. You know what I love about this community? Most people are not doing this. Most people are just writing and getting paid. That's how you know when you really have something solid, when it's not all about recruiting. Only 20% of the population is recruiting. The other 80% just writing letters, earning money by the lonesome. I love that. But if you're the type who likes to share and like to pay it forward for one time of $20, not every month, not every year, just one time, now you can get your own link and you can pay it forward. That's how it works. So how do you qualify to get paid as an affiliate? Pay one time $20 affiliate fee. Then once again, on the paying side, the gaming sites and casinos pay us. They pay us when it comes to the letter writing, right? But what happens on the affiliate side, Send It pays us. So while you're waiting for that side to take off, or if you're in one of those states that actually cannot write right now, it's okay. You can actually get involved, pay the $224.99, and then become an affiliate, but you can start sharing. And guess what? This sharing part, Send It pays us, and it comes every week and every month. Now, imagine this. There's 4 different ways we get paid. The first 2 ways is, let's say you get me started at $224.99. You get me started at $224.99, you're going to make $105. How many people do you want that to happen with? You get 3 people started this week, that's $315 the following week. It's that simple. Okay. Now the $100 is one time. Okay, because that's a direct referral. But then every time I pay my $25, you get $5 every single month. I pay 25, you get rewarded 5. I pay 25, you get rewarded 5. So that $25 per month subscription fee that you have, get 5 people started, and guess what? And it's a wash. That's how that works. Now, the next way we earn is through a matrix pay. Everybody goes into a matrix pay, whether you're an affiliate or not. Okay. So even if you don't have a link and you don't share, you still go into a matrix pay. And what's nice about it, it's a 3x10 force matrix. I love this matrix. Why? Because it's not dependent on any one person to position people that they like the most in a certain place. No, the system from the company down goes from left to right to find the next open spot. That's how it goes, right? It's beautiful because there's no favoritism and it's a fair way to get paid. Now, you earn 50 cents per month for every person in the matrix, even if they're not direct to you, even if you never shared it with anyone. Okay, let me show you how it works. So 3x10, 3 wide, 10 levels deep. Now, every time someone pays their $25 monthly subscription, you get 50 cents if it falls in your matrix. A filled up matrix is $44,286 per month. My husband and I are aggressively building this matrix. There are people who are now getting paid and covering their monthly only because other people have fallen their matrix and they haven't shared it with anyone. So when you get started with a fast team, what happens? You start to see this is extra money and it's growing and it's independent of your letter writing. So imagine getting the extra 100, an extra 200, an extra 500, an extra $1,000 that you had nothing to do with. Okay. And it's just because you were positioned in the right place and people start to follow in your matrix. So that's how this works. And then last but not least, we have what we call matrix match for your direct referrals. So when you refer someone personally, you will get 50% of their direct pay. Okay. So once again, if you don't want to be a superstar, find someone who is. Because guess what? You'll make 50% on them. Imagine this. Let's say that you had 10 people that you got started and all 10 people had $1,000 in the matrix pay. You earn 50% or $500 times 10. That's $5,000 independent of your letter writing. So imagine being able to have this additional monies come in as well, in addition to your letter writing. I mean, it could really be a handsome amount of cash flow coming in because of this way we get paid through the affiliate plan. Okay. Now, what do you get when you become an affiliate? You get all types of tools and sources to take your business to the next level. Capture pages, landing pages, follow-up emails, training. You basically get a business in a box. And you get a link that goes directly to you. So when someone comes in and through one of these channels, whether it's a landing page like this, a landing page like that, they're connected to you. Now, it's just that simple. You can share or share not. Okay. But we all do letter writing, right? And so for those of you who can't qualify for the letter writing, by all means, share. Now you won't get paid on their letter writing because that comes through the casino. But the more you share, the more money you earn. And there's a ton of people out there, this is the best kept secret, who don't even know this exists. So imagine being able to share this and building, income through the matrix. As they pay their $25, you'll start to earn through the matrix pay. In addition to that, being able to earn direct. Okay, so it's a great, great, great system. And also having access to the other programs too, like the Amazon book publishing, credit repair, and everything else that is coming that will be added on. So as you can see, we have fun here. What I love about it, especially with pay per letter, everybody's winning. You can also win with Amazon. It's open 24/7. And when you have a blueprint that teaches you exactly how to do it. All right. So get back to the person, tell them, send me the link. That's all you want to know. Send me the link. Why you want to not delay and you want to get started right away. Why we're ending the first quarter of 2025. I'm sure you had some goals that you wanted to accomplish. Are you on the right track of actually obtaining those goals? Well, here's the thing. You want to go ahead and get started so that we can get you on that track. So by the end of this year, you would have had those goals already met. Okay. So make sure, get back to the person who invited you. I want to invite you back again on Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as well as and also which is 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And do not come back by yourself. Bring more people. We want to get this word out that this is happening. Why? Because everybody who can write can win. Okay. So that is it for me. I am Ronette Turner Corley, and I look forward to seeing you in our Facebook group. Until then, happy writing. Bye for now.